Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jared. I'm blessed to be one of the consultant trainers on ValleyEliteST's Facebook page, so a lot of you know me from my posts and all that. I wanted to do something a little bit different today, a different kind of lesson. So the backstory for the music part of my life is that about 5 years ago, I decided one day that I was going to be a great guitar player. Never had any music lessons, never even really played anything at all, piano, guitar, whatever. My grandmother had a guitar in her closet that she didn't use, so I went and borrowed it, and I decided it was going to be about 5 years before I was going to be any good. I got some chord sheets, and started going at it, about an hour or two every day. At first, I was pretty terrible. My fingers hurt. I couldn't really play any chords. I mean, it was a lot of that for a while, maybe a couple months. Eventually, after maybe 2 months, I got to the point where I could sort of play a chord and have all the notes sound right. After 6 months to a year, I got to the point where I could string chords together, but it was very mechanical. And then at about 2.5 years to 3 years is when I hit a breakthrough and I actually could just kind of play. I was playing one day and I was looking down and I didn't know what my right hand was doing. I actually remember it. I stopped because I was like, dude, I don't have any clue what you're doing. I was just thinking music and my hand was just going. So what does this have to do with sports training? We get a couple different questions, variations on the site, or even when I'm doing sessions, I get the same thing. Why am I doing all these drills, and is it really going to work? So the short answer is yes, and the long answer is these programs, Scoring Machine, Point Guard Academy, Dominant Handles, what they really do in an analogy of music is they teach you to play your chords. Over and over, they're just giving you drills that are helping you mechanically play chords. Eventually, I don't know how long it's going to take for you, it's different for everybody else, eventually you can just play. So this answers the other question. We get a lot of questions, and I worked with Dre all day. I've done I've done posts for his site, and I've read all through his, and one of the biggest things we get is, when I'm coming down the lane and somebody's on my left, what do I do? Or anything. I've got a guy coming to my right, what do I do? And the answer we keep saying, and it's so hard to really get this point across, is that it's going to be different for everybody. You are going to decide eventually it won't be mechanical. It's going to be a read and react. You're going to just do what comes out of your soul. And basketball is a lot like music that way. Eventually, after plodding along and playing bad music, in the analogous sense of music, in basketball it's losing the ball, not finishing, having the wrong footwork. Once you've worked through that, after so many drills and so many hours, one day you're just going to wake up and you're going to start creating solutions. We always talk about creating solutions. But you've got to get through that 1 to 2 years of not being able to create them and having it be mechanical and following the drills on the sheet to get to that point of being able to create. Now, most people in life, they just don't want to do that. They want it to come naturally. We live in a double-click society where I can get any information I want by going to Google and double-clicking it. But anything worth anything in life doesn't come that way. Music, for me, it's music and sports. So I'm going to play you a song that I wrote just to kind of show you where I've gotten. I really don't play a whole lot anymore. Actually, when I decided I wanted to be a basketball trainer, I kind of shelved the music and I started investing all my energy into, I decided one day I was going to be a basketball trainer. And went at it after that. Went 4 or 5 hours a day studying film, studying the greats, and now I'm here and I get to be a consultant trainer on ValleyEliteST's site, which is pretty cool for a guy. A year and a half ago, I was just sitting in a class, had no ties to anybody in the basketball community in my town, and now a year and a half later, 2 years later, I'm the assistant coach at the college. I work for the main high school, the head coach there. I'm a trainer at the biggest facility here, and I work with some of the best players. So you can do this too. I mean, really anything you decide and you envision in your life, if you put your head down, you put the work into the drills, into the proper form, you're going to get there. So here's my song. Tell me what you think. So that's a song I wrote about a year and a half ago. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys understand, like, the major point of all this is really do push through those times when you're playing crappy music, crappy basketball, and know that eventually your brain, one day your brain's just going to see it. It's just going to get it, and you're going to be able to do things you never thought possible. But it takes that hard work, that effort, that determination, that dedication of pushing through all those times when it's not coming, and knowing that it will come eventually. Another thing we get questions about, well, what if I don't have a cone? What if I don't have a chair? What if I don't have a whatever? Well, I didn't have a pick, so I'm using a quarter to play that song. So we're always talking about being innovative, creating solutions. I created my solution. I just went and grabbed a quarter and played with that for today. So I hope you guys like the song. I hope you guys understand everything I'm saying. If you guys got any questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any of them. And I appreciate talking to you guys and working with all of you guys. So take care.